Kingsgate Workshops is a non-profit making company providing space for over 50 artists and craftspeople. It's democratically managed and efficiently run by the artists and craftspeople themselves. Once a furniture depository, then a sheet metal workshop, Kingsgate Workshops was derelict for 2 years. Local people saw its potential and saved it from the council's bulldozers. 10 years on, Kingsgate Workshops is a thriving concern. When you're just starting, or even if you're established, workspace is hard to find and commercial rents are out of reach, particularly in London. That's why Kingsgate is so unique. Because it provides low-cost workspace in basic studios which the artists and craftspeople fit out to suit themselves, this keeps the costs down and enables a wide range of artists and craftspeople to work under the same roof, the commercial with the non-commercial. At Kingsgate, you can commission a variety of excellent work for the interior of your home or office. Kingsgate Workshops, a model of its kind.
Once a year we have an open day whereby we invite the local community to come into the workshops, to wander around the building and to meet the artists and craftspeople and to watch them at work. But prior to the open day, we invite the local primary school, the top juniors and the top infants, into the workshops, and they come in small groups going into the studios, and they meet and they work with the artists and craftspeople for a short period of time, but they actually get to learn and to see for themselves firsthand what the artists and craftspeople are doing here. They then go away, and in the interim period they produce an exhibition, and that can be drawings, paintings. This year we've asked them to go back away to make models and to produce a sort of mixed media exhibition for us. They then present their exhibition here, ready for the open day. So we have exhibition from the local children, and then the studios are open where all the artists and craftspeople are actually working.
Bill, what was this building like when you first came here?
Oh, it was in a shambles. Half the workshops, the roof I think was leaking, and to see it now, 10 years on, it's wonderful what has been done and how it proves a building can be saved and used for the purposes it's being used for now. I'm proud of the fact that it's in Camden.
And you've been around a lot of workshops today. What was your overall impression of the place?
Oh great, fantastic. The community spirit within as well is wonderful, where the craftsmen and the arts people sort of mucking together to do, if you like, a project between themselves to put out to the people outside. Everybody's working together closely, and I think it's very, very important.
I built and set up a community pottery in West London, and I was funded by the Greater London Arts Association for doing that, where I taught anybody who wanted to learn, mentally handicapped, unemployed people, single parents, just basic skills of pottery, from digging their own clay to kiln building to raku, earthenware, stoneware, all forms of pottery.
And did you do your own work there as well?
I did my own work, in which I exhibited in various places. I'm a member of Afro-Caribbean Craft Circle, which promotes black arts. Not that I'm only into black arts. Through that organisation, I've exhibited had a lot of exhibitions. We go out and demonstrate and teach to schools and colleges throughout the country. I've decided that I would make ceramics my business, and through searching for two and a half years, actually, going to various other places, being put on shortlists and being turned down, a friend of mine who was here told me about the workshop.
I'm part-time here. I work also
part-time. I work a straight 17.5 hours elsewhere for my bread and butter money, as it were. It's very convenient for me to be able to combine a lot of different things in the day, for instance, dropping a child off at school.
As a painter, are you able to make a living doing it full time?
No, not at all. I work as a painter and decorator, and I do this when I can. I just try and buy myself lots of free time to come in here when I work weekends and evenings.
So we're trying very hard to keep the works and the costs down so that we can maintain a fairly secure level of rents. Otherwise, we could just see that the artists will unfortunately be priced out of the studio spaces, which would be really very regrettable, I think, because they're part of the value of the whole spirit and the whole community of the building here.
In this particular building, we're all self-employed, so we each understand each other in terms of that and the stresses involved and the difficulty of being self-employed. Also, we can be a source of work for each other. Somebody might get, as you find when you're on your own, you've either got far too much work or not enough. And so at times when you haven't got enough, somebody else might have a lot. And they say, oh, could you do this for us? Because the more we can keep work in-house, as it were, the more work will come the workshop's way.
I've been here about 10 years now. I came straight from college into the studios here. It was quite disorganised when I first came here, and since we've had new managers, the place has been much better run. It's a very, very professional place now.
I work on mostly for costumes, occasionally for sets, for film, theatre, television, quite a lot of ad work these days. And it's any sort of effect that people ask me to do on fabric for costume. There's Pirelli Man over here. I did a couple of years ago. That's a silkscreen print, and we had to work out exactly what size the tire tread would be, and it's for the Pirelli calendar. I think the next 10 years are going to be difficult. Until now, we've been trying to get a high profile, both for the building as a whole and for the individuals within it. But with rising prices, what's happening is our rents are having to go up. We're having to do quite a lot of building work. And it's slowly squeezing out the fine artists from the building, because although the rents are still considered low, they don't make a major income here from their work. And I think the important thing of Kingsgate Workshops is that it's a mixture of more commercial craftsmen like furniture makers and of painters and sculptors, and that is the specialness of the building.
Which is proved in the early days where the local community said it would never work. It now proved it does work as a community project as well as an arts and craftsman centre.